I tell you what, we're getting pushed back at a right rate of knots. I think we've already moved back about 100 yards. We've literally been fishing 10 minutes. So in the time it's taken us to set up, get rods in the water, we are moving back at a fair pace. I've been fishing for a good 40 minutes now, so I thought I'd better do an intro. This is the one that you've all been waiting for. Clean that lens a bit. This is the Awful Angler versus the Holderness Codfather. Mike's organised this, Mike aka Mike's Rigs. Me and Shane both have our rigs off of him. He messaged me and said, would you be interested in head to head? Shane's got a great YouTube channel. Head over and check it out if you haven't already subscribed. Go and have a look. Seems like a top bloke. Now I've met him, I can say he is a top bloke. So yeah, I said yeah, and here we are. So I've come back over to the Holderness coast. We're on Cowden. Mike's chose the venue, Mike's chose the rigs, Mark Tongs provided the bait. I'll show you the bait pack now. Mark's done us a bait pack up each, so we've all got exactly the same bait. And here we've got some half beaks, some pilchards, so it looks like a squid and black wrap, squid and carp wrap, some mackerel, prawns, sand eel, squid, razors. More than enough to be going on with. And then Mike's provided us the rigs.
Running rigs. Got a chop rig that you cheekily both asked for. One knows it's flat out here where we're fishing today. You've got a paternoster rig, simple one. Then you've got a two-up flapper, if you fancy bassing the edge maybe. Then we have got, looks like a pulley dropper and simple pulley rig.
Spot on. First up for me then, pulley dropper, cascade swivel. Then on there, squid and black wrap. Bit of a daring choice given these are the conditions that we're working with. Lad just up the road says he's just had a good couple of rays, but let's see if there's some bass out there first and foremost. And then a bit more suited to the conditions and the beach we're on, normal pulley pennel, and on there I've just put one of them pilchards on. And yeah, essentially the rules are fishing 5 till 10. High tide is at about 8:30 tonight. So big tide, so pushed almost to the bottom of the cliffs already. There's a couple of lads fishing down that way, but they have said that they're disappearing, so there'll be more than enough cliff top for us to fish off. We made sure that we've got access, we made sure that we're safe. Like I say, it's not recommended to get under any of these big ledges that you've got further down either side of us. They are prone to slipping. In fact, the last time I came here, I didn't end up fishing here actually, I fished Mappleton because the beach had gone so flat. But since then, the cliff top's dropped probably another 8 foot. So it's slipping all the time. Like I say, we're going to get back up on some ledges. They're fairly well established, they've got a good gradient to them, so we should be fairly safe on there. Plus, there hasn't been a great amount of rain over the last week. Certainly not around here anyway, so we're all good. So, Shane's down there. Shane's only fishing with one rod. The rules say 2 rods. You're only allowed to use the 5 rigs that Mike's provided, although he's now provided a 6th rig on request. Me and Shane both thought it'd be a good idea, looking at those conditions, to have a go for taupe. So he's made us both a wire trace up. So I think when it starts dropping a bit darker later on, we're starting to get towards high tide, maybe as that tide starts to turn and it drops dusk, I might whack that on, get a big bait out there. So I'm fishing with 2 rods at the minute, I'll run you through them. Akios Fury FX420s, Penn Spin Fishers, Shakespeare Salt tripod, the GoPro, which is dead, so ignore that. It's going to be a cracking evening. It's give out sun all afternoon. Not sure if I've got a bit of sunburn from earlier on. Hopefully you've already seen those videos. I fished on the Humber this morning and fished Paul as well. Just a quick 3/4 hour session. Pretty fruitless, to be honest. I'm pleased to report so far we're doing okay for weed. There is a bit there, but the lads down there said that they've not been bothered by weed. They've also said that they've been catching rays. So and I've just had a big pull down. So, as I say, I've got one rig out at the minute with blacks on. I've got another rig out with pilchards on. They've been out for probably 40 minutes now, so I'm going to bring them in, get them swapped over, get fresh baits on, and also see how bad the crab activity is. I've just brought that pulley dropper back in, and I'll just show you it unclipped, because a few of you have asked me how it works. So this is it unclipped. Obviously your cascade swivel will be clipped to this standard swivel. Cascade then drops all the way down, sits on top of your weight, and essentially you've got a nice long flowing trace. And you will notice there is no weed, and also there's some bait left. Now that has been picked to pieces by crabs. To be fair, that's been out there for 40 odd minutes. It doesn't look too bad. So I think changing baits every 20 minutes or so should be spot on. So next bait out for me then, on the pulley dropper, it's going to be the big old squid and bluey rat. Like I say, lad next door said he's catching rays, and looking at those sea conditions I can well believe him. So try and get this show off to a good start. Let's go after him. Now one thing to note, see obviously the wave starts to crest out there, sets are rolling in now. There is a bit of a deep gully just over to this side if I turn you around slightly. See where the waves aren't quite forming? So what I'm going to do is, I found the smallest squid that Mark's given me, and I'm going to put it probably 20 or 30 foot into there. It's probably only going to be in about 2 foot of water at the minute, but it's where the bass like to live. So I wouldn't mind taking a nice bass home for the table. I haven't took a fish home for a while, probably because I haven't caught anything worth taking home for a while. So if I can right that wrong at the same time, it's just gone 6, so we've been fishing for about an hour and a half, and as you can see, pushed all the way back up against the cliffs. I'm in this little alcove here, mainly because there's some good steps behind me. 20 minutes or so I'll start to move the box up onto the ledge, and we'll move the rods back as well. In fact, probably move the rods back a bit sooner. I'll pan you around and show you the conditions. It's pretty bloody good. I'm not sure if you can make it out in the camera, maybe if I zoom in. So, oh, there were some birds out there working. They're now scattered, but you can just about make out that brown and blue line. So there's plenty of colour in the water, all the way out to the edge. Zoom all the way back. So there is miles of colour. We're certainly not struggling for colour today. Conditions, you would have to say, are pretty much bang on. There's little to no weed, it's got colour, it's flat calm. It may just turn into one of those where we're a day too early. But this is the problem with planning. you can plan and plan and plan, and if the weather's just not playing right on the days you need it to, or it's a couple of days late, you've had it. Anyway, not sure how Shane's doing. I'll get Shane on camera shortly, possibly when we get up on the ledges and we start fishing together a bit more. We'll have a bit of a chin wag. But so far, yeah, cracking afternoon. No sooner did I stop the camera, so I think we'll be moving. And I know I was talking about the size of Mark's worms earlier, and that, to be fair, is the only time you can talk about the size of a man's worm. But look at the size of his prawns. The way it's fishing at the minute, I almost want to just take that home and stick it in the pan. It'd probably do me a lot better. But there you have it, nonetheless. On giant prawn ready to go out. Right then, we're all set up now, up and on the cliff tops. Plenty of room up here for the four of us. I think we've all managed to keep 2 rods apiece out, although Shane's still only on 1. Just rebaited mine, as you'll have seen. I hope it's rare. I don't want to be switching my camera on for a dogfish.
You're a doggy.
Question is, where do you want to land it?
I'll yank up the wall. Doggy,
Mike's
using doggy on roids.
Mike's using the Anyfish Anywhere Big Beach Remastered. Probably a decent little bend in it.
No, this one's just on squid and squid head.
It is staying low, isn't it?
There.
Might be better going down that one there. See, that'll walk it all the way down to the steps near me.
I'll go down. Grab that down, I'll pull it up.
Yeah?
Get on, man. Does that count now? That doesn't count, does it?
Somebody else.
Well, technically, yeah, you are. Glacier as well.
It is.
And I don't like weighing it with the mouth. You're right.
£4.2.
Ready? £4.2.
Well done.
Now he's got to put it back. Yeah, it's coming over like that, and I thought, but now my rod's gone slack. I thought that's alright.
How many are on so far, Shane?
See, a flounder and a rhino.
Oh,
I've not even had a touch, Alex. Not a thing.
Oh.
Yeah,
I know.
too early, isn't it?
steady, innit?
Steady away, mate. Yeah. I mean, you couldn't ask for any better conditions, could you? Do you know what I mean? It's absolutely bang on.
Yeah, it's spot on. To be honest, I don't know what you've got left in your box.
I've got a bit of everything. I don't know.
There's not a lot that I haven't tried so far.
Well, I've got frozen lug on the moment. I'm gonna fruit with squid out somewhere, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe try a 2-up flapper. Them prawns look, they're kind of hard, aren't
I know, I've just been saying, I think I'd be better off taking them home and sticking them in the pan.
Yeah. They're awesome, aren't they?
Yeah, I think squid and carp's going to be my next one. See if there's the odd...
I might chop that down and put a 2-up flapper on and see how we get on with that, but we've got to try it. We've got to get some, haven't we?
Yeah, so far, YouTubers are not pulling his weight, are we? So yeah, Mike's just had that ray. Flounder.
Yeah, flounder, yeah.
So yeah, we need to do something about this.
We need to get our fingers out really, Alex, because we're on sweet FA at the moment, aren't we?
Yeah, it's not good. Anyway, well, I've just rebaited. I've just put a mackerel strip out and razors. We've never done any good on razors. Never have. No, Sandy or Lever, I've never.
It's
one I never buy. But I've.
Try the anchovy trick next. I don't know. Decisions.
Yeah. Anyway, I think something needs to change.
We need to do something, Alex.
I've got something on my sleeve anyway. I can't tell you.
Oh. I said that on camera. I said there's something going on down there. Some special operations movement going on down there. Look.
Yeah.
Get in.
Not yet. But
not yet.
I can't go home on a blank. Can't go home on a blank. What would this be? Your 5th in a row?
4th, this one.
No, because you went out Friday as well, didn't you?
I don't really count it because I only had one cast and then I went home. I just went out for fish and chips and see what was happening. Yeah, it's been an horrible run. This. I went from absolutely smashing the small bounds to well, just
when we had that big blow up. I stopped fishing over here for a couple of weeks. Never done much good since.
No, it's weird, isn't it? It's absolutely weird. I was absolutely on fire, but
yeah.
In the 4, well, if this is my 4th, 5th blank, whatever, I've seen one bite in that period of time.
Yeah, I had that one flounder that saved me this morning, but yeah, it's quiet for me, so head back over, check on the rods, rebait.
There's time yet, Mucker.
What time are we on? What time is it?
7:10.
7:10, 3 hours. 2.5 hours ish.
Yeah.
So 2.5 hours.
To make the magic happen.
One flounder, one ray to show for it, and another 2.5 hours to pull it out of the bag. So yeah.
It's doable.
You're only ever one cast away. One cast. That's all it is. Yeah, right, let's crack on. I've been saving this one for a special occasion. One of Mark's pre-made carp and squid bombs. I feel like I've got no other choice to unleash it. Big carp bomb. Gone. Next stop, Houndville. Well, there were limited choices by the time I got into the deli on a Sunday afternoon, so I'm for the seafood baguette, because the way I've been fishing today, it's the only seafood I'm going to taste for a while. Well, frankly, I can confirm that was disgusting. I think I'd been better off eating those prawns. Well, I said that a change had to happen, and this is it. I've retired the pennel rig, moving to the 2-hook flapper that Mike's provided. Top hook I've got half a worm. Bottom hook I've got a little slither of mackerel, and on the bottom just got a rolling lead. Well, it's a gripper lead, but I've took the grips off of it, and I'm going to sling that out and I'm just going to let it roll around. I'm not going to send it far because I don't want it tangling up with the other guy's line, so probably maybe 50-60 yards, something like that. About there-ish, and I'm just going to let that move around because I can't finish this session on a blank. It's just not acceptable. bang on high water, 8:30. I'm going to fish for another hour and a half. Don't know how much longer these lads are staying. To be honest, I was up at 3 o'clock this morning to get over here to fish the river. Finished fishing at 10. I should be home for about midnight. It's more than a long enough day for me. Hopefully it starts turning on as the tide starts to turn. I'm almost tempted to get that wire trace out and bang a big bait out. Very, very tempted. Got sandhill wrap going out. Mackerel fillet going out next. Something out there has got to take it. Come on, there's got to be a huss or a doggy. There's got to be a doggy out there, surely. All that water, and not a single doggy, you tell me? I don't believe you. Well then, what can we say about today? Last casts are out. Literally, someone's kitchen sink out. I was talking to Mike a minute ago. He says, "Oh, what you wanted to try is blacks on a 2-hook flapper." Done it. What about a small bit of sandit? Done it. What about a big sandhill bait? Done it. Squid bait? Done it. I don't think there's any conceivable concoction out of that pack that Mark gave us that I haven't tried and I haven't thrown out there. And so far, not a knock. But yeah, it's a stunning evening. It's been great to be out. It's great to be out with Shane and Mike and his brother. So yeah, thanks to them. Like I said earlier, Shane's got his own YouTube, the Holderness Codfather. Go check him out. He obviously lives over this way, fishes the Holderness all the time. So there's plenty of videos out from this area. Go check out Mike's rigs on Facebook. I'll link his Facebook page in the description below. Rigs are the best I've ever used. That's why I use them. Only uses the best stuff, Cox and Raw, Gemini, all that sort of stuff. And can pretty much build you any rig you want. He's had everything from whiting on the Holderness through to skate up and taupe. So he knows his stuff. And then finally, thanks to Mark Tong for the quality bait packs. Everything you could possibly wish for in there for a session. And like I say, I've slung every conceivable concoction out there. So if the fish are there, I'm confident they're there. But we were saying earlier, it's been really, really quiet on the East Coast. There's absolutely no way either of us can claim to be king of the coast. We're both blanked, but it's been good to be out. I think by the time you're watching this, we might be down on Chesil. I mean, here's me chatting away to you lot, watching my rods. Oh, over there, all wrapping up. So I think on that note, I best bid you farewell. Thanks for watching, and tight lines.